Welcome back, Pokemon Trainers. Professor Chaz here, and the lab coat's on back order, and it's Monday, April 24th, which means it's time for another one of our, now bi-weekly it seems, Pokemon news update video thingies here on the channel. First thing, of course, as always, I will mention is I've got a couple of booster packs of Pokemon TCG I'll be opening up. These being Fates Collide, which I was kind of holding off for a little bit. I had to go pick some up from my local store. And we also have a Sun and Moon booster pack to open also. I'll be opening these towards the end of the video. And of course, for your chance to win, as always, the Pokemon TCG Online code cards from these two booster packs. Stay tuned towards the end. I'll give you a question of the day to respond to and interact with on the channel. And on Sunday, Sunday, April 30th, I'll be doing a drawing for the winners. I always say this, I'm always really slack on that, unfortunately. I did mention on Easter Sunday, this past Sunday, not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before, that by some Easter miracle, I actually did the drawing for the two winners of the code cards from last week. But I didn't send them out yet as of this recording, so as soon as I'm done recording this, I gotta email those codes out to the two winners. But the two winners were of the Steam Siege and Evolutions booster packs. Winner of the Steam Siege booster pack was the one of our regular viewers, Unknown Spike. And the question, sorry, forgot to mention the question from last week. The question was, what is your favorite type of Pokeball? And the winner of the Steam Siege pack was Unknown Spike, who says, no, that wasn't the question. The question was, which Tapu is your favorite? How did I mess this up? Anyway, last week's question was, which of the four Tapu Guardians of Alola is your favorite? Anyways, so Unknown Spike won the Steam Siege booster pack, and they say all Tapus are my favorite because they have different moves, how they look, and the way you get them. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Unknown Spike. I will try to do so, despite the fact that this video is obviously not my best quality because of all the mistakes I'm making, but hopefully you guys are still with me. Anyway, the winner of the Evolutions booster pack, a viewer named IceKing688, another regular loyal viewer of ours, and the answer for that is my favorite Tapu is Tapu Fini, because it can get the Soak attack, which in conjunction with a Shedinja and a Lightning Rod Pokemon, make the Shedinja practically unstoppable. I've seen people do that before, and I love those kind of ideas where it's a pretty unique strategy, where essentially, if you don't know, Shedinja's natural ability, Wonder Guard, says it only takes damage from a super effective hit. So, normally it being a bug ghost type means it's weak to flying, fire, rock, dark, ghost. It's got a lot of weaknesses, but if you can turn it into a water type using the Soak attack, which is what Soak does, changes the target's typing to just pure water, then it's only weak to electric and grass. So only an electric or grass attack will hit it. Now the downside, of course, Shedinja has only 1 HP, so any super effective hit will be enough to knock it out, unless it's holding a Focus Sash, which also comes into play sometimes. But I was trying to think of ways to, completely just blast through this strategy. And I was saying, well, you could always just go with, what did I say first? Sandstorm or hail, weather conditions. But as Ice King says, they could just be wearing safety goggles, which protects them from damage from weather conditions. And I was like, all right, Toxic or Will-O-Wisp, hit a condition on them, and you got them. And then they counter that with, but the misty terrain of Tapu Fini protects Pokemon that are not flying or levitate from getting status conditions. And I was like, huh. Just go Discharge. You're still going to hit it anyway, even if there's a Lightning Rod Pokemon out. But, all that being said, congratulations to IceKing688 for the Evolutions booster pack, and congratulations to Unknown Spike for the Steam Siege booster pack. Now, of course, for your chance to win one of these two code cards, as I mentioned, another question of the day is coming. I'll see if I can actually remember it this time when I say it at the end. That way, we'll be on track and on the same page, you and me. Alright, so we have some things to mention as far as news goes. Before we get into the bulk of the news, I'm going to point out something I mentioned, I think... When did I first mention it? Probably on Saturday's video, and then again on Sunday. I have a brand new audio recording device. Now what this thing is going to do is going to make Pokemon Go videos and videos at the Pokemon League at Heroes Beacon so much better to listen to, because I also have a nice little clip microphone that I got. Let's see, I can't speak. These are birthday presents. I had some birthday money and I picked these up. I did a test of this on Sunday. I was out walking around just to see how well does it pick up my voice with the wind blowing, because what I've done this time, or thus far, all this time, is, if I knock everything over on here, I've got like my old camera phone here, my old phone that functions as the camera. I simply hold it over my, in front of myself and record. But the problem is, the wind hits the phone, and you hear all that wind background noise, right, when I'm recording stuff. So, I decided I'm going to try out this more direct clip microphone here. and it seems to block things out pretty well. The way this audio recorder works, it has some built-in noise canceling, like noise removal, and as long as I'm talking, as the wind is blowing towards me, you can still hear a little bit of wind, but nowhere near as much as it used to be with the holding the phone up and using that audio as the recording. So I think this is going to make things much more professional sounding here on the channel, which I'm quite happy about. So I'm going to be doing some of those testing. We have on Sunday, this coming Sunday, April 30th, if you have any other Pokemon event at Heroes Beacon, the pre-release for Guardians Rising, the next Pokemon TCG expansion. I'll be testing that out in store and seeing if we can get some good audio quality between me and some of the players there. So that's going to be pretty interesting and something to look forward to. I think there was something else I wanted to mention as far as the videos here go. Whenever I'm recording certain videos, things seem to be fine. You know, there's good video quality. Well, there's kind of, as you can see here, there's a lot of like blurriness and stuff like that. But anyway, all that aside, there's some good audio quality, good video quality. Seems whenever I'm recording TCG Online or a Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle, there's some really bad audio lag and audio desyncing which happens, and there's really no way I can fix that here on this current system. I've said before, I'll say it again, I gotta get a new system at some point, sometime soon. That way, I just got a message. But anyway, that way, I'll be able to do better quality footage, and hopefully the audio lag will be minimal, if not completely gone at that point. But unfortunately, for the time being, just bear with me, folks, and hopefully the audio desyncing isn't too bad. And if there's any way I can fix it before the videos go up, I'll try and do that for sure. But if it ever comes to the case that it's not fixable, unfortunately, it's just kind of what we have to endure for the time being. Anyway, all that being aside, let us now check out the big things to mention in the news, because there's a few things that are certainly worth mentioning here in the news. Let's do our little professional turn to the side, and you see some images as I speak. Now, first of all, I mentioned this a couple of times over the weekend. The next international challenge for April in Pokemon Sun and Moon Online, not rating battles, the battle spot, sign-ups are now available. You can sign up until Thursday, April 27th, so this coming Thursday. And essentially, this is going to be using the video game rules of the, say, the World Championships, because you can earn, what do you get here? Using the same rules and regulations as Video Game Championship Series events, you can earn championship points towards such things as an invitation to the 2017 World Championships down in, where are they holding them this year? I forget. Not San Francisco, they already did that one. I lost track where the next one's going to be. Anyway, you can always check that out on Pokemon.com. But you can earn championship points towards invites to these kind of events. But just by participating in 3 battles during the International Challenge for April, you get special Mega Stones, 3 to be exact. You get the Sceptilite, Blazikenite, and Swamperdite. So you get the Mega Stones for the Hoenn starters. Currently, as far as I understand, that's the only way to get these Mega Stones. So there's no point not to sign up. Just do your 3 battles, you're going to get these Mega Stones if nothing else. As I say, the sign-ups go until Thursday, April 27th at 23:59 UTC. What does that stand for? Something to do with time zones, right? Just say, when you wake up on Thursday, just make sure you're signed up by then. We'll go with that. And the competition itself goes from Friday, April 28th until Sunday, April 30th, which is going to interfere with our pre-release at Heroes Beacon. I'll have to get my battles done very early that day. Anyway, for your chances to get those Mega Stones, as I said, sign up, do your 3 battles. You know, I've already signed up, and it's kind of complicated sometimes to know how to sign up. Sometimes I missed out on events because I don't know how to do it, but you go on to Pokemon.com, the Pokemon Global Link website, sign into your account, go to the menu off to the right side and choose Online Competitions, and you'll see the upcoming competitions such as the International Challenge for April. Click on that, and once the signups are open, which they are currently, you can see there's a button to sign up for that competition. Click that, and you're going to find out the instructions in-game to basically you just go into the Festival Plaza, access the battle spot, choose Online Competition. It's going to download a digital player ID into your game, so that way your system and your account are both locked and registered for the online competition. You don't even need to have a team ready at that point. You just got to make sure you're signed up for the competition. You still have until this coming Friday, the 28th, to select a team. I myself haven't really decided on a team yet. Using the VGC rules for 2017 means I can't use any of my older Pokemon. They all have to be Pokemon created in Sun and Moon, so that kind of limits my options, but I expect we're going to be seeing some Tapus and some Ultra Beasts, so I might have to bring some of those myself. We'll see what I decide. If you have any suggestions, though, feel free to leave them in a comment down below, so who should I bring on my team? And if you're not sure who I have in my collection and in my team, watch the entire Pokemon Moon playthrough. You'll see everybody I have to work with. But I believe that is it for the International Challenge to mention. There are a few new things to mention as far as Pokemon TCG goes, though. Now, first of all, a little thing I didn't know about until just now when I did the research. Apparently, retailers who are having pre-release events, such as the Heroes Beacon tournament for the Guardians Rising pre-release, those retailers are going to be allowed to sell the new expansion earlier than usual, because the expansion doesn't go on sale until Friday, May 5th. But anyone that has one of those events, like the pre-release event, can sell the items as early as the Monday following the pre-release, or the Monday of that week that it would be coming out. So, all that being said, 4 days early, Heroes Beacon and other places perhaps are going to be able to sell the Guardians Rising cards, such as the theme decks and booster packs, other kinds of items, whatever go along with Guardians Rising. They can sell them early. So if you're looking to get some of those, find a place in your area that has pre-release events, you can get a chance to get those cards ahead of time. Now, speaking of those cards, there have been a few new cards revealed on Pokemon.com. Now, as a trio of trainer cards, we're going to take a look at those. You can see here the Altar of the Sun. It's a stadium. It says, Fire Pokemon and Metal Pokemon, both yours and your opponents, have no weakness. That's kind of interesting. That's basically like the held item of weakness policy, except it applies to all of your typings. Fire Pokemon, you're quite often weak to water. You can eliminate that. So, that could be very handy. But something I'm a little bit more interested in, and not just because I'm a Moon player as opposed to Sun, the Altar of the Moon, another stadium. The retreat cost of each Pokemon, both yours and your opponents, that has any Psychic or Darkness energy attached to it is 2 colorless less. Reducing retreat costs is always a fun thing to do, because if you can, freely manipulate your Pokemon around on the field, you have options. You can keep something powering up on the bench. All you gotta do is throw a certain kind of energy, like Psychic or Darkness, to your active Pokemon. It's got either, not really exactly free retreat, but if it has a regular retreat cost of 2 or less, it does have free retreat. This would work pretty well, fittingly enough, of course, with Lunala-GX, with the Psychic Transfer ability, which allows you, as often as you like during your turn, to move Psychic energy from one of your Pokemon to another. You can simply have it, move a Psychic energy to your active Pokemon, reduce its retreat cost by 2, at that point possibly free retreat it to something else, and then Lunala-GX can move that Psychic energy back to the Pokemon that's now active. So a lot of good energy manipulation and minimized retreat costs using the stadium. I guess the Sun one's not so bad either. Anyway, the other trainer they've shown is Aqua Patch. This is quite similar to Dark Patch that's been in a previous expansion. Attach a water energy card from your discard pile to one of your benched Pokemon. I'm wondering how that could work out pretty well strategically. Because I'm like, if this was an expanded deck, you could use the Greninja from base set X and Y, whose ability, Water Shuriken, says discard a water energy from hand, put 3 damage counters on a Pokemon. You could then play Aqua Patch to attach that energy to a benched water Pokemon. So you could maneuver things around like that, and it could work pretty well, kind of, with, Manaphy-EX, whose ability, Aqua Tube, says any of your Pokemon with water energy attached has no retreat cost. Of course, this would go to a benched Pokemon. You would need an active Pokemon to have that energy. You could maybe play an energy switch, or I don't know. But you have options of getting your water energy attached using the Aqua Patch, which is pretty cool. Now, the only other thing I believe there is to mention is another special Pokemon TCG collection coming out, is the Scizor-EX collection. This is going to feature a foil card of Scizor-EX, of course, an oversized foil card of Scizor-EX. You get 4 Pokemon TCG booster packs and a code card for Pokemon TCG Online to unlock Scizor-EX. Possibly some card sleeves, deck box maybe, I'm not sure. But you can get some pretty cool stuff in Pokemon TCG Online. If nothing else, you get the Scizor-EX. It's interesting, though, they haven't made it a Mega Scizor-EX collection, because they've been giving out the EXs in these collections, quite often the Mega Evolutions for them. Wonder why Mega Scizor didn't make the cut. I do not know. But, as far as I can tell, that is all there is to mention for the news. So it's kind of shorter news update video thingy, but that's okay. As long as the important stuff is getting out there, that is the way to go. So where are my scissors? My scissors are right here. I am now going to open up the Fates Collide and Sun and Moon booster packs. And of course, as I said, for your chance to win the code cards, just answer the question of the day, which I'm about to give you, and include hashtag QOTD in your comment. That way I can do a search if there's a bunch of comments. And on Sunday, April 30th, I have to make a point, do the drawing, email the codes out, because I hate being such a slacker on that. You guys are waiting for these codes, I'm sure. You can't leave the house. You're sitting at your email, refresh, and you're not getting it. I apologize for being so terrible as far as sending these out. Of course, me having said I'm going to do better doesn't mean I'm going to. I can only hope. Anyway, So the question of the day, which, what was it again? I have it on my phone here. So, since they've shown a trio of trainer cards for the Sun and Moon expansion coming up, or sorry, the Guardians Rising expansion, I guess my question to you folks out there is, which trainer card is your favorite in Pokemon TCG? Now, if you don't really play the Pokemon TCG, that's fine. I'm thinking, why would you be wanting the code cards anyway? But you can always just give them to a friend or something like that. If you don't play TCG, what item in the Pokemon video games is your favorite and why? So, but yeah, if you like the trainer cards, feel free to leave one of those down below in a comment, which one is your favorite and why. As for me, I don't know, it's hard to pick. I was trying to, as soon as I wrote this question down, I was trying to think which are my favorites. I would definitely say Skyla is one of my favorites because of how she lets you find any trainer card you want from your deck. Could be an item card, you need to use that immediate moment. Could be another supporter for like the following turn. A stadium you can get as well. But I realize a lot of times I just use her as a means to an end, and there's other trainer cards that I'm kind of more, you know, they're more useful against the opponent sort of thing. So I can't really decide. Skyla I like for the versatility of looking for other cards, but I really like Lysandre. I should say it's a mixed feeling kind of thing. I like Lysandre when I use him, not so much when the opponent uses him. You know, I've got something powering up on the bench, and I'm like, yes, I just gotta wait till I can play a switch or an escape rope next turn, bring my new Pokemon active with like 17 energies attached, I can destroy in one hit, and then they play Lysandre and knock me out. But it's a very clever strategy, I will say, so I'm not gonna fault people for that. But yeah, I guess, top of my head, Skyla and Lysandre are a couple of my favorite Pokemon trainer cards from Pokemon TCG. But just leave your favorite or favorites down below. Let me know why you like them. And on Sunday, April 30th, I'll be doing a drawing and emailing or twittering or whatever, giving the codes out to the winners of the giveaway. So starting off, let's check out the Fates Collide, because it is the older set. We're going to save the Sun and Moon for the dramatic final opening of these booster packs. And let's make sure the code card is not going to be shown in the video, so I can secret it off to the side. Also, I'm just going to point out, too, from the last giveaway, actually, I forget when that was, but I still have a code card for one of our viewers named Guinea Pigs out there that I have not been able to get to you. I don't have any contact information for you yet. So, Guinea Pigs, if you're watching this, I still have a breakthrough booster pack code card to give to you, so just let me know how I can get in touch with you. Email, Twitter, something like that, just drop it in a comment down below. As soon as I get your contact info, I'll delete that comment so other people can't get it, and I'll send that code out as soon as I am able to do so. Alright, so this is the code card from the Fates Collide pack. That goes off to the side. The actual cards come into hand, and let us see what luck has in store for me. So starting off with the commons, of course, we have a Binacle, or I think it's Binacle, like binary. We have a Snubble. We have a Snivy, which I now have a Contrary Snivy in Pokemon Sun and Moon. I can start breeding Contrary Superior. Solosis, of course, Contrary Snivy. You can't breed Superior. So taking a little bit of a pause here. Wouldn't it be cool if they introduced an item that allows a fully evolved Pokemon to hatch from an egg? So I've seen some randomized Nuzlockes where, like a fully evolved, say like a Charizard could hatch from an egg. Also, there's the Mewtwo, was it Mewtwo Returns movie, where we see Baby Nidoqueen and Baby Rhyhorn, which kind of doesn't make sense, the way the game mechanics work, but all that being said, it'd be cool to see a fully evolved Pokemon hatch from an egg. Alright, moving on, we have a Gothita. Now the uncommon card should begin. We've got Random Receiver. I use that a lot lately in the Pokemon TCG Online. I've got a Helix Fossil Ammonite. Next uncommon and last uncommon is a Shuckle. The reverse foil card is going to be a Larvitar, and the full art, because I felt the front of it, full art card of this pack is Team Rocket's Handiwork. It's kind of cool that I have this card. We had our pre-release for, which set was this? Fates Collide. And one of our players from up in Fredericton, a neighboring city, when he came down, he said he was looking for this full art card, and I said if I pulled it, I would let him know. I didn't get it. And then afterwards, I still had a few extra packs after the event, and I went and got something to eat, and I was opening them, and I pulled this card. And I felt really bad, because I was like, oh, if I had opened that pack at the store, he could have gotten this card. So I held on to it, and I allowed him to have it. I think I just gave it to him at that point. But anyway, I now have a full art Team Rocket's Handiwork. Very cool stuff. Full arts are always awesome. No more playable than the standard card, of course, but who doesn't like seeing a super rare card like that? Alright, so the moment you've all been waiting for, the Sun and Moon booster pack opening. Let us see what we get. Now, I gotta remember how to do the pack trick for this, because there are 11 cards in here. despite the fact that it says 10, if you can see that on the pack. So, first of all, the code card is secreted off to the side. Alright, can I work some magic on this? I'm going to assume we got 3 uncommons. Maybe that's the energy. And these should be the rares. I think. Am I doing this right? Huh. No, wait. That's... How does this work? I'm gonna just go with putting these 3 here, and we'll see if I did this properly. I don't open a lot of Sun and Moon packs, if you can tell. Anyway, if I'm right, the common cards begin with a Torkoal. Next, we've got a Zubat. Was Torkoal common? I think it was. We also have a Grubbin. Possible evolution into Vikavolt with that ability I love so much. We have a Growlithe. And should be the last common, I think, is a Poplio. I did it! Alright. Is this the energy, or is it an uncommon? It is the energy. So... there's an uncommon mixed in here somewhere. I believe I have 2 uncommons coming up. We have a Lantern, which is the rare. Alright, so I messed that up. We have Reverse Foil, Dragonite. Very cool looking. I haven't looked at you yet. Dragon Wave 130. Discard Grass and Lightning Energy from this Pokemon. This would actually work well with Vikavolt, because you could just reattach it from... well, you have to shuffle them back into the deck, but you could just get energy back onto this thing. Still, like, do a constant 130. Alright, so now the uncommon cards. Let's check these out. We've got a Poison Barb. I love that for my Decidueye Gengar deck. I have now a Team Skull Grunt. Cool, I got Team Rocket's Handiwork, and now a Team Skull Grunt. And the last card of Sun and Moon is a Passimian. I've seen some decks that use some pretty cool Passimian. One of our players at the Pokemon League at Heroes Beacon used a deck like that. I was lucky to be able to counter it with my Mega Beedrill, just locking his opponents, or locking his Pokemon into play with like the Hazard Stinger and stuff, but Passimian is pretty powerful stuff. The team play attack is very powerful. It does 10 plus 30 more for each bench Passimian. Now, of course, naturally having only 4 Passimian in a deck means you can only have 3 of them on your bench, right? Not if you're going to use Mew, who can use the attack of any of your basic Pokemon, or Mew-EX can use the attack of any other Pokemon in play, yours or the opponent's. So if you can have 4 of these Passimian on your bench, that active Mew can do 130 damage, plus whatever else you give it, like a Muscle Band, a Fighting Fury Belt, just boosted damage all around. Plus Professor Kukui could add even more to that. But that is what I got out of my booster packs. Remember, for your chance to win either of these 2 code cards from the Fates Collide or Sun and Moon booster packs I just opened up, answer the question of the day with hashtag QOTD in your comments somewhere. And on Sunday, April 30th, I'm going to dedicate myself to doing the drawing and sending those codes out to you folks. And that question is, which trainer card is your favorite in Pokemon TCG and why? Or if you don't play the TCG and you still want the code card for a friend or something, what item is your favorite in Pokemon video games? Could be a Mega Stone, could be potion, anything like that. Just leave your comment down below and you'll be into the drawing on Sunday for one of those code cards. But with that, we are now done for the day. I'm going to go off and do a little bit of roaming around in Pokemon Go because I have a lot of Pokeballs just burning a hole in my pocket. I'm going to catch as many things as I can, check out a few new areas, and I'm not doing a recording just yet, despite the fact I have the audio recorder now. I'm going to wait till I have some more content to provide in a Pokemon Go update video. I don't know, maybe I'll record something this weekend, we'll have to see. But anyway, with all that, I want to say thanks for watching today's news update video thingy. As always, Professor Chaz is now signing off, and I will catch you next time.